What exactly is knitting? Knitting is the process of using 2 or more needles to loop yarn in interconnected knots to make fabric. The word itself is derived from knot, thought to originate from the Dutch verb, which is similar to an Old English word meaning to knot. So why learn to knit? When considering a new hobby or skill, it can be helpful to know some of the benefits. Knitting helps many people relax and cope with stress. The repetitive action keeps your hands busy, and for some people can help them focus on other things. This is known as cognitive anchoring. It can fill a similar role as doodling or fidgeting. It's good for the young and old and everyone in between. Knitting uses fine motor skills, helping children develop them and helping maintain them over your lifespan. It uses many of the same skills as reading by increasing the ability to focus and concentrate. And for romantic languages, like English and Spanish, working across patterns from left to right mirrors the way words are read in a book. The Waldorf school tradition actually teaches knitting before reading. There is also some research indicating that knitting helps build new neural pathways, which may decrease memory loss and potentially hold Alzheimer's at bay. Also, keeping your hands and mind busy can keep you from activities you are trying to avoid. Eating less junk food is commonly joked about as a reason for knitting in knitting groups and circles. First of all, your hands are busy, and second, you don't want to get your beautiful yarn and project dirty. While it can be addictive itself, knitting is also a tool that people use to replace other addictive behaviors, including smoking. It's a bit ironic to change one habit for another, but swapping a destructive habit with a productive one certainly has benefits. Speaking of knitting circles and groups, knitting is also a hobby that promotes community. While it can be done on your own and nearly anywhere, it lends itself to being done with others or for a shared cause. Some people learn to knit as part of a charity or service opportunity. For example, hospitals accept knit hats for premature babies. Various organizations and groups have knitting projects to provide scarves and other items to the homeless. But beware, or excited. If you choose to knit in public, people will think you are amazing. They will also often take this as an invitation to talk to you. I've heard all of the following, mostly on airplanes and public transportation. How nice of you to make me a hat, scarf, sock, followed by a shared chuckle and grin. Is that knitting or crocheting? Is knitting hard? I could never do that. Oh, my grandma used to knit. And that's another reason to learn to knit, keeping a family tradition or a dying art alive. No matter what your reason for learning to knit, you will soon be creating something with your own 2 hands that you can be proud of and share with others. Having a new skill that allows you to make handmade gifts for friends and family and yourself is one thing many people value about learning to knit. So what can you look forward to making after learning the skills taught in this Knitting Basics course? Anything that is a square or a rectangle can be done with basic knitting skills. Here are a few examples: a finger monster, knit dishcloth or trivet, a baby blanket, a pillow, a scarf, or a square hat. Welcome to the Knitting Club. Happy knitting!